So today's video we're going to be talking about Peni Parker, who I've always thought was kind of an underappreciated champ in MCoC. This champ obviously came out as like a big defensive powerhouse. There were some people who are using her on attack too, but definitely not as common as like placing her down on defense because she was extremely strong in that department. And then a year after, they released a ridiculous amount of counters to her. She kind of just went by the wayside on defense and just fell out of the meta entirely. But recently, some people are picking her back up, myself included, for BG's decks and stuff, and she is both a sneaky defender sometimes, and she also does quite a lot of things on attack, which of course is what we're going to be focusing on in this video, that being an ultimate showcase, and show a bunch of different uses for her, especially in BGs. Like, there's a lot of different BGs fights in this video, which we're going to look at. But I know, like, there's a 7-star Hulkling coming out in a couple more days, which is obviously going to hurt her a lot in the meta, but still, she's still going to be a sneaky defender sometimes, especially if you ban Hulkling, like I'm probably going to be doing once he becomes a more popular champ. But I really like this champ a lot. I'm excited to talk a lot about her in this video, and we'll go ahead and get started against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier here, where we can just see a pretty basic rotation of how Peni works. And it's kind of the same thing for most fights with Peni. You're going to use a special 1 to ramp up charges. You can use 2 if you think you need enough to kill the defender. And then you expend all those charges on your special 2, which is just going to do a very, very large amount of red damage, both in instant incinerates and incinerate debuffs. So I used a special 1. Now I'm going to use my second one here, and yeah, the whole thing you want to do with those special ones is drop them right when they cross a bar of power, so you can power drain them below it, and then back onto it, because then you're going to get your max amount of charges for the special. You drop the special too, it does a ridiculous amount of damage, and then they drop. So very important to note is I'm running a Sentinel Relic, which is either a rank 3 or rank 4. I think it's a rank 3, but I don't remember. 6-star Sentinel Relic. This relic is extremely good for her because it increases your incinerate damage by a lot with an incinerate vulnerability debuff, and I think it has just extra incinerate potency in it as well, and also extra attack rating against mutants, which is still pretty cool too. Those are like the runes I run, but that relic makes Peni's damage so much stronger than normal. It's really, really good. So definitely give her that relic if you plan on using her a good bit. So now we're fighting this Mr. Sinister here, which I'm just going to let the incinerates finish him off because I don't want him to drop the special 1 on my block and get those incinerates transferred back as T-gens on me. But we finished that with full health, and she's obviously very good for that fight. She can nuke some BG's fights pretty fast. Now we're fighting the Sentinel. This is only a rank 3 Sentinel, but still, she's going to obviously be pretty strong against a rank 4 one too. Sentinel is going to reduce like instant burst damage and stuff, but she still has the incinerate debuffs, which are going to help out. And I believe this might be one of those fights where it's just you can see there's plenty of overkill once the defender is getting hit by that special 2, and they're going to drop with a lot of health still left. But we'll see, I don't remember. I'm going to go ahead and build up to 2 bars at this point, and then drop the relic to place that incinerate vulnerability, of course, but we need to bait a couple specials from Sentinel. This looks like it was a power snack meta. I don't remember it because it was a while ago, but still, we drop a special 2 here. And we still do some nice instant bursts, but it's not like it could be. And then the incinerates are taking... The incinerates probably had enough damage to kill a rank 4 as well. And I know I've fought rank 4 Sentinels before, I just couldn't find an old recorded clip of it. Okay, now we're going to go fight Nico. Peni is poison immune. She's both poison and incinerate immune, but the poison is what we care about for this Nico fight, of course, because that is what makes Nico threatening, is if you can get poison against her. Peni can't, which makes her very good for this fight. So we're just going to do the double SP1 rotation, and then go ahead and run to a special 3. There are read pre-fights. They don't really do anything. I don't know if they were bugged or something, but like the potency from them like doesn't matter. Like this, there's a suppression that like doesn't reduce their combat power rate at all. I don't really understand what was going on with them, but either way, she's gonna drop a special 2 here, and then I'm gonna dex it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and keep hitting her a bit, drop a relic, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop my special 2 here, of course, which does a very large amount of damage. Go ahead and hold block so she hopefully doesn't drop a special and use more adrenaline, and then she goes down right after. 58-second fight, and yeah, pretty decent, especially with being full health. Peni is able to finish fights at full health very easily because of the sync shield, which is obviously the mechanic that she has when she's blocking. The sync shield is going to take the majority of the damage, very similar to Jean Grey, who we are fighting, although Jean takes hit damage as well, and the shield only absorbs like 90% of the damage she would take, but obviously it's not a big difference there. But I do believe I double special 1 rotation against Jean, because the force field makes her a lot tankier, and also she's placing exhaustions, which are going to be inequity fodder, which is really annoying. So yeah, Jean is like the only mutant where it's like you probably want to do double special 1. Because usually against mutants, like you saw against Sinister has a massive health pool. We were able to finish this health pool off in just 1 special 1. Jean, she's reducing your attack by enough to where it makes sense to go for 2. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and drop the relic here. I don't think I had the relic going for the first special 2, which is a mistake because it made the fight last longer for sure, because I didn't have the incinerate vulnerability up when I dropped it. But yeah, here we're going to fight an Arnim Zola. She has a very good heavy counter for Zola, so it makes her very good for the fight. I fight a Zola here. This is only a rank 3. However, it's still pretty nice. And then I fight another one in a war fight, which we'll get to later on in the video. But yeah, she takes rank 4 Zolas as well. Again, it's just another thing where it's like I don't think I could find the video for it when I did it a long time ago. So here, he drops a special 1. He's got the charges, those are Footloose buffs, so this is from the Footloose meta, I guess, which is annoying, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a special 2 here, and I'd probably do double special 1 for sure if it was against a rank 4, so like if this was a rank 4, probably add like 10 seconds, and then you get like a more reasonable score for like what it would look like, but 63 seconds for a non-cosmic against Zola ain't bad at all. Now we're gonna go fight Zemo. Obviously Zemo is not a big defensive threat, but we can watch her do it anyway because it's an ultimate showcase, why not put it in. And I think this is from like the current meta or current victory track with they're gonna place prowess. So he obviously crits the block, which kind of sucks. He places Disorients, which kind of sucks. Penny's just gonna brute force her way through it though. Let's see, yeah, it's still, you only lose like 8% of my sync shield from that parry, which of course if he crits like he does there, it's a little bit worse, but here I'm going to go ahead and build to another special 1. I don't know if I needed to use that, honestly. 1 special 1 against a rank 3 Zemo probably would have been enough, but I'm going to go ahead and take some block damage there, but we're going to go for the relic into the special 1 here, and yeah, plenty of damage. I don't know exactly if it would cleanse every incinerate there, or just 5 of them. Incinerates, the cleanse is just weird sometimes, but either way, the burst damage was just enough to kill him anyway, so. Now we're fighting against the Sasquatch here, the biggest Battlegrounds defensive health pool, and yeah, we're just going to ramp up double special 1 and drop a special 2 when Wrath is about to end, and it's going to be pretty simple. So, build up to our first special 1, bait his first, and accidentally eat part of it because Mystic Dispersion's a little bit crazy, but still just a little annoying. We're going to have to go ahead and drop 1 special 1 here, and then I'll get my second one right there, yep, and power drain him below that bar of power so we get extra charges. And let's work our way to special 2 now. Him getting extra power from Mystic Dispersion and Power Stack ain't bad at all, because I want him to get extra power, because I want him to cross bars of power to get my Spider Sense charges. I'm going to drop one more special one, I guess, to waste a little bit of time for Wrath, and also because I might not have had enough charges with 17, and hopefully he goes into Wrath soon. He's at 9 now, so it should happen, but it's not, I guess. So I just drop it into the 10 Wrath charges, which is annoying, but then he does finally go for it. And then, yeah, he goes down right there. So no issues. I am running 5 out of 5 Collar Tech at all times, which is kind of annoying for Peni. It's probably one of the worst champs to run Collar Tech with, because you want them to cross bars of power, of course, but it's so good on my other champs that I find it worth it anyway. It's not like it's hurting Peni too much, but if you are running Peni as like your main tech attacker, I wouldn't run Collar Tech, because it definitely makes this matchup worse, or just matchups with Peni worse. Now we're going to go fight Yelena. Peni just strictly has enough damage to where, even with Yelena's damage cap, or attack rating cap, you're still doing enough to get the fight down. Am I going to go for another special one? I think, yeah, well, the fact that I'm auto-blocking definitely makes it to where I will. Yeah, I'm just messing this fight up. But it's going to be pretty chill. I'm going to go ahead and drop a special one here. Place a power burn, which is kind of cool. But, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and build up to 2 bars. I've done this fight a lot cleaner, and I think I might have made a solo video, and I don't remember if it was against a rank 3 or not, but I've done this fight very clean before. This one just doesn't look as good, but it's fine. And then, yeah, I finished with 67% of my health, unfortunately, but we also finished in 67 seconds. That's gonna be fun in the comments, isn't it? Anyway, so at this point in the video, if you are enjoying watching the video, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to see if I can hit like 11,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I kind of doubt it could happen, but who knows? If these showcases pop off pretty well, then maybe. But yeah, only if you're enjoying my content, of course. I wouldn't ask you to do it otherwise. But I have a lot of Ultimate Showcases planned for the rest of the month, and I hope you would be looking forward to seeing them. So anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the video. I'm going to hop on the CCP beta and just do a couple good BGs fights for Peni that I wasn't able to do on the live server, starting with this Nick Fury here. And yeah, this one is pretty funny. Like, you might have seen this interaction before, but in Peni's Sig ability, she has a section that allows her to place a passive heal block on the opponents in 2 ways. One is just when they cross a bar of power, but second is when they heal a certain amount of health within like 1 second. And against Nick Fury, that is going to happen when he switches into Second Life, of course. But along with that, when you're stopping healing while that heal block is active, you're going to do a portion of Incinerate damage as like a replacement for the healing, which isn't like heal reversal, but it does some additional damage, which is cool. And yeah, it's not part of a debuff. It's just instant burst of Incinerate, as you're gonna see right here. The heal block triggers, and then he just goes down like that. It's really cool. Really fun interaction. That was a fun one to do, especially when Peni first came out. But now we're gonna fight Enchantress. Obviously, being a character who is, reducing the opponent's combat power rate a good bit, she's gonna be decent for Enchantress, because you have stuff like Collar Tech, which is going to be an 18% combat power rate reduction. We're also just doing some power drain on the specials, which actually doesn't really matter against Enchantress in the greater scheme of things, because she kind of just gets the power back anyway, because she's stupid. But that was also weird heavy attack. Don't even know how that hit me, but it's fine. I'm going to go ahead and... What am I doing here? This is kind of awful. Yeah, this fight's a little bit rough, because that's just how Enchantress goes sometimes. But yeah, like, Peni can obviously do this fight pretty well. It just doesn't necessarily look like it right now. But I've done this before. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the special 2, place the 11 incinerates, hope she doesn't special into block, which she chooses not to, which is great, love that. And then we're gonna move on to one more. This is against Weapon X, but this is the 1.3 million health pool Weapon X, just to show how good she is for a bit bigger health pools. So we're gonna go ahead and do the regular rotation, of course. We're just gonna do double special 2 and see how much, or double special 1, I'm sorry, and see how much damage we can do. I fought the Weapon X like 3 times, or twice on the way to getting to this 1.3 million one, and dude, he never triggered the Unstoppable or went to Berserk that early on the other 2 when I did the exact same hits, but I got bad RNG, I guess, on that one, and he did go Unstoppable instead of on the last day of the special 1 like it was normally, but it's fine. I'm gonna get hit again, so maybe slightly less fine, but whatever. We're gonna drop a special 2 here. It's gonna do a good bit of damage, and now we've got 21 incinerates that are doing 26,000 damage per tick, which is kind of nuts. And it brings them all the way down to 24%. So that was like almost a million health in just one cycle, which is pretty ridiculous, honestly. Which a lot of her extra damage comes from having class advantage, because she is a champion who doesn't increase her base attack in her regular kit, so she's going to feel the class advantage bonus a lot more than a lot of champs will. But still, it's not bad. Like, her damage clearly isn't that bad. But like for these longer 1.3 million health pool fights, you're definitely going to feel a difference fighting a mutant versus fighting a non-mutant. But yeah, now we're going to go fight Arnhem Zola. This is on the Alliance War map. I'm a minorly boosted as well, just to show you that this is a little bit extra attack rating than normal. And this is Stun Immune, Hazard Shift, Poison, Rupture. And she is pretty good for this fight, because she is Poison Immune, and she can do the heavy attack whenever she wants. Like a heavy counter, I mean, because she has the perfect range for it. We're not immune to Rupture in any way, which is frustrating, of course, but it's not that bad. Do I even hit him at all in the Rupture phase? Okay, I do at least once. I was playing very passive at the start, or during the phase, so I was wondering. But I'm going to go ahead and bait a special here, and then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use a heavy, it looks like. And looks like I'm just going to do a couple SP1, SP2 rotations, because, yeah, it was weird how my power was lining up. I needed to use a heavy, but like that heavy was going to push me to 2 bars, so I was just kind of going for it at this point. So yeah, we're just going to do double special 1, special 2 rotations, which is fine. I did give him, unfortunately, too many sleep charges, so now he can put me to sleep on this heavy here, and I believe he does. Yeah, he does. But he only did a double medium, and even so, like, Peni's got a pretty decent sized health pool, so it ain't that bad. And Zola doesn't hit very hard on basics. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for another special 2. We're going to use a heavy there, and we're in the Rupture phase now. I'm just going to chill during the Rupture phase, because I only have like 3 Spider Sense charges. I don't necessarily trust that those 3 are going to finish the last 14%. And I don't want a ridiculous amount of Ruptures on me. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop it right here with the Incinerate Vulnerability Relic. And yeah, it didn't even do enough damage. So that'll happen when you only have 3 or 4 charges, because you're ideally supposed to have like 20, but it's fine. So he goes down there. She's a very good option for that fight, and it is a fight that you see in season sometimes as well, so pretty cool. Alright, now we're going to take her to this path in, I believe it's 9.2 or something. This one's pretty cool. Like, it wants you to have a heal block, which obviously Peni does have in the SIG ability. And you're going to do some instant incinerate damage, of course, when you are blocking that healing. And then when you do any like damage over time effect, it's going to place another heal block on the node, which it's weird because the instant incinerates from that heal block are triggering, and I'm just like, what is happening? Because we're triggering the heal block from the node, and I was like, why? I'm not doing a damaging effect. Oh, it's the instant incinerates from my personal heal block. So yeah, it's just really weird how, like, she has incinerate debuffs, instant burst of incinerate on the special 2, instant burst of incinerates on the Sig ability. So it's just like, dude, if you're fighting Incinerate Moon, you are so cooked, man, because that is every single source of damage he has, is just Incinerate. It's just crazy to see a champ that reliant on Incinerate. Even like I-Bomb has a Acid Burn on a special 3 or something. But yeah, she has a pretty cool synergy with Doom, which allows her to sub the Incinerate damage for Shock. And vice versa for Doom. If you ever want to do that, I don't know if I ever did go into Alliance War and use that synergy, but like if you want Peni to be doing shock damage against a shock immune, shock damage against an Incinerate immune, you can use the Doom synergy. It's pretty useful. I like playing Doom. I don't remember if I ever used it in War before, but it definitely has its purposes in War. Depending on the tactic, of course. I think there was a tactic when I was using Doom a lot. I might have used that synergy, but I don't remember. So here I'm going to go ahead and drop the special 2 against this Aegon here. And yeah, it does a lot of damage. There is extra damage coming from something for sure, though, because those bursts were doing a bit more than they normally do. I don't remember where exactly we're getting extra attack rating from other than the global. Maybe it is just the global for like the shooting star or whatever extra attack rating it gives you. But whatever. So here, yeah, this is the last fight that I'm going to show from this path. And it's against Morbius here. And yeah, like we're just spamming that heal block, which is pretty cool for blocking the node out. And yeah, it looks like it's paused too because of like how often you see that instant incinerate happen, but no, it's just constantly triggering and re-triggering because you're constantly doing an instant burst of incinerate damage. It's just very weird, but kind of cool. So I'm gonna drop a special 2 right after I use a relic to remove the protection. And yeah, you need a heal block to remove the protection on this node, so obviously that's another reason that Peni is very strong for this path. So now we're gonna go fight this boss. I think it's 9.1 Sauron or something, but this is another boss that wants you to have a heal block, because if you heal block the opponent in this fight, you are going to gain Furies, and you're going to see her special 2 just be completely ridiculous because, again, Peni is a champion who doesn't increase her base attack from her own kit, and champions who don't increase their base attack in their own kit, like have a Fury or something, feel the extra attack rating coming from class advantage or a Fury from a node way more than other champs do, because like all bursts of damage or damage over time stuff is like scaled due to you increasing your attack. For Peni, someone who doesn't, it's not. So if they ever get that extra attack rating increase, holy crap, they feel it, and it's pretty fun. So you're gonna see this Sauron get absolutely annihilated by her special 2 once we drop it. We have like those 5 Furies, which I believe are either 35% or 70% Furies. I don't remember which one, but we're gonna drop this right here, and boom. I can't even see how much those instant bursts were doing, but his health bar was just evaporated so fast. So anyway, that was a pretty fun one. Okay, now we're gonna go fight this Eternity of Pain Bishop. Obviously, Bishop is like Incinerate resistant or something. I don't remember exactly, but he has high energy resist, that's for sure. I do know that. I don't know if he's Incinerate immune or what, but we're gonna see obviously Peni's Incinerate immune ability she has, which is great against Bishop, but we're gonna use the special 3s with Peni in this fight just to show what they do. And what they do is they place a long power burn on the opponent, which of course does a little bit of damage. It's a little bit of power control as well. I don't remember how much power it burns. I think it's like 150% of a bar of power over time. But it's pretty nice at like making sure the opponent can't go red. And we also have this node that is giving us power and draining our power depending on if we're close to Bishop or not, which is making this a lot harder to deal with. Like, I'm not going to say like you could always have a power burn on the opponents, like make sure they always can't go red if you spam special 3s with Peni, but you get a lot of uptime on that power burn. So, yeah, it's pretty useful. And just making sure the opponent can't ever use a special 3 if you ever want to do that in this fight. But, like, you use Peni for the burst damage on the special 2, of course, so you don't really use her to use the special 3s. But it's cool to show that, like, in fights against this Bishop here, where, like, my special 2 is useless, you have that pretty fun special 3 playstyle as well. And we're alternating special 3 and special 1 because there's Hurt Locker in this node, by the way, in case you were wondering why I'm not doing only special 3s. But yeah, like, I'm gonna go ahead and do another combo here. I don't think the power burn is incinerate damage, so there is actually one thing that isn't incinerate damage that she has. But yeah, like, he drops a special 1 here, and we're just incinerate immune, so we do not really care. And then I'm gonna probably do a special 2, and I think it does a little bit of damage. So, yeah, like, it does some damage, so clearly he's not incinerate immune. I don't remember if he's immune to anything, but I know he has high energy resistance. So, yeah, that fight's gone. And then the last fight of the video is going to be against the Ordeal Doom. This fight wants you to use XL champions, and Peni, of course, in her mech suit is XL. If she wasn't in her mech suit, she would be XS, because that's not even a size in the game, but she probably would be the smallest champion in the game, from a base model perspective, because Ant-Man as a base model perspective isn't that small, and even Hitmonkey isn't that small as Peni. It's really funny, because I'm pretty sure she does have, like, the smallest base model in the game. If you go to, like, the champion screen, and, you can see, like, she has an incredibly small base model, but in the mech, she is an XL champ, so it's just kind of funny. Cause, yeah, I'm gonna drop a special 2 right here, and I'm going to do all the instant incinerates, which is nice, and yeah, Gauntlet Doom is going to start melting. I believe this fight gets a little bit sketchy later on, because I'm not the best at the game, but it's fine. He drops a special 1 there, rather annoying, but we just wait the aura out, and then I go for a special 1. I thought I gave him too much power. I didn't, which is great, because then I did get my full amount of charges from my special 1. And then I'm going to do it a second time, of course, place a power burn on him, and then he drops a special 1. I don't know if I really wanted him to do that. I end up eating it. It's unblockable. Oh, I remember what happens here. I didn't notice the unblockable from the, Bubble Shield. Like, he used his unblockable hit already, and I thought that, like, his next hit was still going to be unblockable. So, like, it took me a minute to realize, like, wait, oh, I can block again, because I kept expecting his next hit, that would, like, next basic attack to be unblockable. I'm just stupid. Like, all this is to say I'm just stupid. Like, it could be blocking here. I was just confused. But yeah, like, we're gonna go ahead and get one more special 1, and then a special 2. Here he dropped a special 1, unfortunately, so I'm just waiting the aura out a little bit, and then I go for it here, right as the thing ends. It's fine. And then he drops a special 2. Special 1, I mean, and I eat it again, and then I just don't parry. I feel like that was on the game. I don't know. I felt like that was a good parry. But either way, I'm going for another special 1 because I felt like I didn't have enough charges, I guess. I probably wouldn't have, so I think that was smart. And I'm going to go ahead and do one special 2, and that's going to finish Doom off with the Incinerate Vulnerability Relic, of course. And boom, special 2 dropped, and he's going to take the Incinerate debuffs, and he dies right there. So, yeah, that's the video, guys. Peni is a great champion. I still use her a lot. She's a very fun character to play. I think she came out like 3-4 years ago now, and still is a pretty decent character for BGs. Again, we'll see exactly if Hulkling shapes the meta any differently from her meta perspective. He probably will to an extent, but I still think she's a strong champ. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.